Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joe and I'm an English teacher in Canada. In today's short video, I'm going to tell you a story, a funny story about a crime that happened in 2018. I want you to listen carefully and then try to answer the questions at the end of the story. Okay? So here, first, listen to the story. Here we go. So this happened in the United States. In the summer of 2018, there was a guy named Matthew Blomquist and a friend. They drove their pickup truck to a farm in rural Minnesota. So it was on a farm in the countryside in Minnesota. There, they put some lumber, that means some board, some wood, in the back of their truck. They were stealing the lumber. Unfortunately, when they tried to drive away, they got stuck in some manure. Manure, that means animal poop. So cows or horses or goats or pigs, there might be a lot of manure on a farm, and their truck got stuck in it because it was raining a few days earlier. Okay? So, the friend and Matthew and his friend tried hard to get their truck out of the manure. They pushed it and they even put some of the lumber under the tires to try and get some traction to get out, but everything failed. Finally, the farmer showed up and Matthew gave up and his friend just ran away. Then the police came, right? The farmer called the police and the police showed up. When they showed up, they saw Matthew standing in a pile of manure with denim jean shorts on and no shoes. And he was smoking a cigarette. I guess his shoes had been lost in the deep manure, so now he's in bare feet. So the police arrested him and they took him to jail. But while they were taking him to jail, they made sure to leave the windows on the police car open because of the terrible smell. All right? Okay, so now that's the end of the story. Now I'm going to ask you some questions. You guys try and figure out the answers. Now, if you're watching this later and it's just a video, not a live, you can pause after each question and think about it and then play the video again and I'll tell you the answers. Okay, so here's question number 1. What year did this story take place? All right, so the year that it took place was 2018. All right, what was the name of the guy who tried to commit this crime? All right, his name was Matthew Blomquist. So that's M-A-T-T-H-E-W. Blomquist is spelled B-L-O-O-M-Q-U-I-S-T. All right, and he had a friend, an unknown friend. Question 3, what state did this happen in? Can you remember which state it happened in? The answer to this one is it happened in Minnesota. Minnesota, that's M-I-N-N-E-S-O-T-A, Minnesota. All right. Question number 4, what were they trying to steal? Do you remember? They were trying to steal lumber, wood. They were putting wood or lumber in the back of their pickup truck. Yes. All right. After they got the wood in the back of the pickup truck, what did they get stuck in? And the answer to this one is they got stuck in manure. There's lots of manure on this farm, and they got stuck. And manure is spelled M-A-N-U-R-E. Okay? Very, very soft and very smelly. So when did Matthew Blomquist give up, and when did his friend run away? This happened when the farmer finally arrived. The farmer came back to his farm and showed up. Blomquist, he gave up, and the friend ran away. All right? When the police showed up and arrested him, what was Blomquist wearing? And what was he wearing and doing? All right, do you remember? He was wearing jean shorts, so denim jean shorts with no shoes, and he was smoking a cigarette, standing in a pile of manure. His shoes were probably lost in the manure. Okay, all right. And then the last question, just a true or false. All right. So, true or false, when the police were driving him to jail, where the windows were closed. Is that true or false? You remember? That is false. You're right. They were false. The windows were open. They brought the windows down in the police car because Matthew Blomquist was so smelly because of all the manure. Probably took him to jail and gave him a good shower there. All right. So that's the end of the story, and that's the end of the questions. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any other comments or any questions about the story, or any suggestions for further listening exercises, write them in the comments below. Also, I want you to remember to check in the notes below this video for lots of links to further English learning. I always like to keep you guys learning. All right? So now I see that there's some people here, and I'd like to say hi to everybody that did show up. This is just a very short live lesson today to do this story. I'm going to have another longer one tomorrow, which will be Saturday. I'll put, hey Layden, I'll put a advertisement on Instagram telling when the next live lesson is going to be. All right? So that's it for now, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Bye-bye.